Dear friends, welcome back to Turbo Machines class of Module 1, Session 4. I am Dr. Rudresh from Government Engineering College, Krishnarajpete. So in this session, I would like to introduce some important the concept of turbo machines, where they plays a major role in defining the performance of turbo machines. Dimensionless parameters. The contents of this session will be like this: dimensionless parameters or dimensionless numbers. They can also be called as a non-dimensional quantities. Dimensionless parameters and their significance: flow coefficient or capacity coefficient, head coefficient, power coefficient, Reynolds number, specific speed. So here we are all discussing about the different types of the quantities. We have defined unit quantities in case of turbo machines, specific quantities, like that dimensionless quantities or dimensionless parameters. Why these dimensionless parameters plays a very important role in the field of turbo machine? Very important concepts. Let us see how we can define or how we can relate these dimensionless parameters to the performance of a turbo machine. As usual, when you see the performance of a turbo machines like pumps, auto turbines, fans or blowers for incompressible flow, I can say that there are certain parameters which are influencing the overall performance of a turbo machines. For example, it may be a density of a fluid rho, speed of a rotor capital N, characteristics diameter capital D, discharge Q, gravity head GH, right? Power developed P and the viscosity mu. When you consider any problem through the respective turbo machines, the performance of the turbo machines can be purely affected using the respective properties of the fluid, properties of the flow. That is very important. And this particular performance of a turbo machines can be expressed as the functions of the density of the fluid, the speed of the rotor, characteristics diameter, discharge Q, gravity head GH, and the power developed P and the viscosity mu. So all these parameters are directly or indirectly influencing the performance of a turbo machines. For this, we need to have a mathematical modeling. So to define this particular type of a non-dimensional numbers. Okay, let me see how we can define such kind of a things using a dimensional analysis. Dear friends, if you use a Buckingham pi theorem for dimensional analysis concept, I can write for from a Buckingham pi theorem method. The turbo machine performance is a function of rho n d q gh p and mu, that is the viscosity. Yes or no? So from the Buckingham's pi theorem method, we have a repeating variables. These variables will keeps on repeating in each and every problem. Therefore, so in this particular concept, we need to select a repeating variables in an order. Those repeating variables must be, the first parameter should be a flow parameter, so that is the diametrical parameter. Second should be the flow parameter, and third should be the fluid parameter. Geometrical parameters may be diameter, area, volume, whatever it may be. Flow parameters may be, it may be a speed, it may be a velocity, it may be an acceleration. Fluid parameters may be, or fluid properties, maybe it may be a density or a viscosity. Such kind of thing should be taken as the repeating variables in each and every group. Yes or no? Fine. Then in this particular situation, how many number of repeating variables should be considered? The number of repeating variables must be equal to number of fundamental dimensions, that is 3. So number of repeating variables is equal to number of fundamental dimensions 3, that is equal to d n rho. Therefore in this case, the number of dimensionless terms, that is n minus m, that is equal to 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. Therefore I can say a function of, let us indicate this the dimensionless terms in case of pi 1. Using pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, pi 4, pi 5, that is equal to 0. Therefore, when you consider this particular thing, so I will group this using the concept of Buckingham pi theorem. Pi 1 is given by, first 3 numbers should be the repeating parameters followed by a 1 variable. Yes or no? Therefore, so in this case, we are talking about the total number of variables in this case. How many variables are available? There are 8 variables are available. So the number of fundamental dimensions should be 3. Therefore, the number of dimensionless terms should be n minus m. It should be 5. I must get 5 non-dimensional numbers. Therefore, pi 1 is equal to d to the power of a, n to the power of b, rho to the power of c. Q I will select in this case. That is the remaining parameter. Pi 2 is equal to d to the power of a, n to the power of b, rho to the power of c. G I will select. Or you can directly club pi 2 and 3. You can call it as g into h. That is also possible. Or separately also you can consider. If you consider g as one variable, it's not a problem. You can consider that. Pi 3 is equal to d to the power of a, n to the power of b, rho to the power of c into h. Pi 4 equals d to the power of a, n to the power of b, rho to the power of c, capital P. Pi 5 is equal to d to the power of a, n to the power of b, rho to the power of c, mu. You just see this, first 3 letters are always repeating. They are the common letters. That's why they are called repeating variables. Because when you take any fundamental time, when you take any particular problem in case of a turbo machines, there are certain parameters which keeps on repeating and they are all influencing the respective system. That's why depending upon the respective parameters which are influencing a turbo machine's performance, we need to select properly the repeating variables for a system performance. So here we have got 5 non-dimensional numbers which are expressed in terms of dimensionless parameters, that is pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, pi 4, pi 5. That's why, so using this particular concepts, so we have the arbitrary powers d to the power of a, n to the power of b, rho to the power of c. A, b and c are the arbitrary powers. How to define or how to find out this, find out the value of the arbitrary constants a, b and c, right? So we have a concept of a dimensional homogeneity. Right, this dimensional homogeneity already we have discussed in fluid mechanics very clearly in the dimensional analysis concept. Therefore, using this particular concept of dimensional analysis, right, so we can determine the value of the arbitrary constants a, b and c, and by rearranging the respective variables, I can obtain pi 1 is equal to q by n dq, which can be called as a flow coefficient. Pi 2 is equal to g into h by n square d square, that is equal to head coefficient. Pi 3 is equal to p divided by rho n cubed e to the power of 5, that is equal to power coefficient. Pi 4 is equal to mu divided by rho n d square, that is equal to Reynolds number. Pi 5 is equal to n into root p e to the power of 5 by 4, that is equal to a specific speed. So now we have a non-dimensional numbers pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, pi 4, pi 5 that are expressed in terms of the variables which are affecting which are influencing the performance of a respective turbo machine. Yes or no? Now each and every variable will indicate a particular type of a significant number. We have a flow coefficient, head coefficient, power coefficient, Reynolds number, specific speed. So what are these? These are all the non-dimensional numbers. Even though they are non-dimensional numbers, but their effect on the performance of a turbo machine is very enormous, right? So we need to consider their effects. So without that, it is not possible to evaluate the performance of a turbo machine. So for that purpose, let us see what are the significance of each and every non-dimensional numbers in future slides. So now I am talking about a flow coefficient or a capacity coefficient pi 1 is equal to q by n dq. This is one of the important non-dimensional number which signifies the volume flow rate of a fluid through the turbo machine of unit diameter which is working under unit speed. Say for example, pi 1 is equal to q by n dq. If I say n is equal to 1, d is equal to 1, I can say the pi 1 is equal to q. That means what? When n is equal to 1, d is equal to 1, I can call it as a specific conditions. That means d is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1. So under which this particular constant, that means the non-dimensional number pi 1 indicates q. This q is nothing but a volume flow rate. So this can be called as a specific volume flow rate, or it can be called as a capacity coefficient or a flow coefficient. Yes or no? The specific capacity is constant for similar rotors, because we are not discussing all these particular dimensional non-dimensional parameters related to geometrically similar systems. Therefore, when you see this significance of this particular flow coefficient, this number signifies the first fan law. First fan law states that for a fan running at a certain speed and at certain diameter, the discharge of the flow is directly proportional to the speed of a system. That is the first fan law. You just see this, we derive the first fan law from the flow coefficient or a capacity coefficient. That is one of the significance of this particular non-dimensional number. Very important concept. At the same time, if you write this particular equation and you go for mathematical modeling of this, So I can write pi 1 is equal to q by nd cube, that is proportional to q. The discharge is proportional to product of area and velocity, ab by nd cube, proportional to, I can write a as d square in this case, d square into v by nd cube, proportional to v by nd, that is equal to v divided by u, that is the tangential speed of the rotor. We are all very familiar about these things, yes or no? Because u proportional to d into n. If I write pi 1 is equal to v by u, that is equal to 1 by phi, where phi is the speed ratio. This speed ratio is there, if we want to define the speed ratio, very important. The speed ratio is nothing but phi is equal to u by v. It is the ratio of the speed of the rotor to the tangential velocity in the water. That is always called as the speed ratio. Yes or no? That means with the help of this flow coefficient, we have defined one more concept called a speed ratio concept. Therefore, when you relate this flow coefficient with the speed ratio, flow coefficient is always the reciprocal of the speed ratio. This is very, very important. So these are all some of the informations which are related to a flow coefficient. Now I will be taking you to the next concept. It is the head coefficient. Pi 2 is equal to gh by n square d square. Let us see this head coefficient. Pi 2 is equal to gh by n square d square. That is equal to g is constant h divided by n square d square by capital G. That is equal to h divided by u square by g. Because u is proportional to nd. That is very familiar for us. Therefore, pi 2 is equal to h by u square by g. Now let us see this. The head coefficient signifies the ratio of the kinetic energy of the rotor under the head h to the kinetic energy of the fluid running at a tangential velocity of the rotor. That means this head coefficient always specifies, so what is the total energy available under one condition to the total energy which is available at second condition. This is very, very important for this, right? And it signifies the second fan law. What the second fan law states? Second fan law states that for a machine of a given impeller diameter, the head varies as the square of the tangential speed of the rotor or an impeller. So all these things are very, very important. So in each and every significance, in each and every non-dimensional numbers, we are deriving one law, right? That always defines the performance of a turbo machine. That's why consideration should be given for a particular non-dimensional numbers while defining the performance of a turbo machine. So next is power coefficient. Pi 3 is equal to P divided by rho n cube d to the power of 5. So let us see this. Pi 3 is equal to P by rho n cube d to the power of 5, which can be called as a power coefficient. So it represents the relation between the power, the fluid density, the speed and the diameter of the rotor. This is very, very important. Okay. And at the same time, one of the significance of this power coefficient is that it is used to signify the third fan law. What the third fan law states is very, very important. Third fan law states that for a given machine, the power is directly proportional to the cube of the speed of the rotor. Very important concepts. Because if I want to say how exactly the power has been related, if I want to know how exactly the discharge has been related, I want to know how exactly other head has been related. So when you consider such kind of relations, right? So in one way or the other way, we are defining the respective type of a postulate or a law, which will be a governing law for a particular type of a turbo machines, right? So that's why the significance of these particular non-dimensional numbers are very, very important. Next is a Reynolds number. I am talking with you about the Reynolds number. Pi 4 is equal to mu divided by rho n d square. Dear friends, when you write these particular equations, we have pi 4 is equal to mu by rho n d square. That is equal to Reynolds number. We are all very familiar about the Reynolds number. Reynolds number is a number which is used to characterize the nature of a flow. Whenever there is a flow across the pipe, I can say that depending upon the magnitude of the Reynolds number, if I want to characterize the flow, whether the flow is a laminar flow or a turbulent flow or a transition flow, I need to know what is the Reynolds number of that particular flow, right? So it decides the type of the flow based on its magnitude. Suppose if the Reynolds number is less than 2000, then it is a laminar flow. You are very familiar about that nature of flow. If it is greater than 4000, it is a turbulent flow. If it is in between 2000 and 4000, it is called transient flow. Just the transition has been started from a laminar flow to a turbulent flow, right? So it is applicable to viscous flow type of fluids. The nature of the flow through the pipeline is purely characterized by Reynolds number. Yes, sir. Therefore, the significance of this Reynolds number is very, very important. when we define the concept of turbo machines, or when we define the concept of hydraulic systems, Reynolds number plays a very important role, because we used to talk about a viscous nature of the fluid also. When we are discussing about a viscous nature of a fluid, Reynolds number plays a very important role. Therefore, the nature of the fluid across the system, at the same time, the nature of the fluid, depending upon the type of a, depending upon the respective magnitude of a Reynolds number, right? It's a very important concept that we need to know. Therefore, Reynolds number is one of the non-dimensional number. Hence, the significance of Reynolds number is very, very important. Next is the specific speed. When you go for the specific speed, dear friends, already I defined the specific parameters, that is the specific speed, right? So even in the last session, we defined the specific speed of a pump, the specific speed of a turbine, yes or no? Therefore, we have the pi 5, that is the last parameter, n into root p by h to the power of 5 by 4, that is equal to the specific speed of a turbine. Pi 5 is equal to n into root q h to the power of 3 by 4, that is equal to specific speed of a pump. Now, if you see this particular situation, so since from the beginning of the class, we have a flow coefficient, we have an it coefficient, we have a power coefficient, we have a Reynolds number, ultimately we have a specific speed. I define the specific speed of a turbo machines. When you define the specific speed of a turbine, it is the speed of a geometrically similar turbine when the head of the turbine is 1 meter, which could develop a power of 1 kilowatt. The speed is nothing but a specific speed. Similarly, when you go for a centrifugal pump, it is the speed of a geometrically similar pump which could deliver 1 meter cube per second of discharge against the head of 1 meter. Like this we have defined. If you see the equation in a specific speed when compared to all other equations of the non-dimensional numbers, it may be a flow coefficient, head coefficient, power coefficient, Reynolds number, right? In a specific speed, one important unique feature we are going to notice. What is that unique feature means? In all the non-dimensional numbers, geometrical parameter is also one of the variable in a system. It may be the linear dimension. We can talk about the linear geometrical dimensions. Okay, but when you see this particular specific speed, right? So it may be a diameter, it may be a area, or it may be some other geometrical parameter. It will be there with respect to all other non-dimensional parameters. But in case of a specific speed, the specific speed is always free from linear geometrical dimensions of the rotor. Therefore, specific speed is only the non-dimensional parameter which is free from linear geometrical dimensions of the rotor among all the non-dimensional numbers. Okay, so when you see the specific speed, they find the significance in the following areas, right? So one is the selection of the turbine, comparison of merits of design, comparison of the performance of the respective turbo machines, defining the performance of the respective turbo machines. Therefore, when you go for using the concept of dimensional analysis, right? So we taken out some important numbers which are affecting the performance of the turbo machines. So from these numbers, we have taken the different laws which are the governing laws for the performance of the respective turbo machines. Therefore, non-dimensional numbers are the numbers which are used to signify the respective performance of a turbo machine system. Okay, dear friends, so in this session we discussed the different types of the parameters which are influencing the performance of a turbo machines, especially non-dimensional numbers. So these dimensionless parameters plays a very significant role in evaluating the overall performance of a respective turbo machines. Okay, so in the next sessions I will be bringing more information about the respective turbo machines. Till then, thank you very much.